go from literally having your life centered around someone and you guys talk every day, you see each other every day, maybe you live together, your lives are so intertwined, and all of a sudden you are just supposed to like cut contact with that person. Tears of sadness, tears of betrayal, tears of devastation, tears of fear of the unknown, tears of PTSD.
Woman instantly regrets divorcing her husband and breaks down after Chad pumps and dumps her. Oh boy. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. Let's get into it.
For the first time in, oh God, a year, 2 years, I'm sitting here crying tears of joy.
Okay. Why?
Instead of tears of sadness, tears of betrayal, tears of devastation.
She's a poet.
Tears of fear of the unknown, tears of PTSD. I feel so free. Today I feel so free. And I can recognize that over the past couple weeks, as hard as they have been, and as much as I am nowhere near being on the other side of this, I have been able to do what I have wanted to do. I have been able to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I'm not compromising for anyone.
With Chad's getting pumped.
I am not putting my own life and my own mental health on the line for another person. I am not practicing any codependency. And I'm just really grateful.
So she made that video after divorcing her husband. And guys, I don't know if you knew this, but for the most part, all of these clips, I've never seen them. I am watching them with fresh eyes, okay? But it looks like we got a little series coming up because she made a follow-up to this, okay? And how this always goes. They do the divorce, and then they're happy for, bro, it's maybe a few months. And then before too long, she's back on the internet crying about how she regrets leaving her husband and doing the divorce. It's how it always goes, but let's find out.
Guys, I'm here today
Okay.
to validate the fact that it is so hard to go no contact with your ex. Hardest thing ever. And nobody tells you that. Or like maybe they do, but like they don't like convey how actually hard it is. And everybody all over the internet these days is like, just go no contact, just go no contact. Oh my God, just go no contact. Yeah, okay, cool.
So she really wants to talk to him.
Easier said than done, dude. Especially like you've been with this person for years, right? And like obviously not in every situation. Sometimes it's months, sometimes it's weeks. But like for those of us who have been with that person for years or like decades, to go from literally having your life centered around someone and you guys talk every day, you see each other every day, maybe you live together, your lives are so intertwined, and all of a sudden you are just supposed to like cut contact with that person like they haven't been your literal everything, your partner for however long, and now they're just supposed to be what, a stranger, a person who doesn't exist anymore in your world. And then to make matters worse, they're gonna make it really hard for you, right? Like, and if that person's a narcissist, they know exactly what the they're doing. They know what to say to reel you back in. They'll try to hover you. They'll try to let you know how much they love you and they miss you and how wonderful you are. And oh my God, it's all their fault. And like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, you're roped right back in and you're like, they've changed. No, Susan, I'm telling you, they've changed. And then in a lot of circumstances, maybe you're co-parenting with them and you can't really go fully no contact, right? Or maybe you are initiating a divorce and you can't really go no contact because guess what? You've got to get a divorce with this person. And most of us try to be amicable, right? Like that, I feel like it's better, but it's, you know, it's not always plausible, but like, because you're trying to be amicable, you're still in contact with that person and you're being nice to them and civil to them. And so you're still in contact. And if you go no contact, all of a sudden not amicable anymore, that's for sure. Yeah. So just here to tell you, not easy, very difficult. I know you just got to rip the Band-Aid off, but if you're still trauma bonded, it hurts. Ripping that Band-Aid off is the most painful thing you will ever do. And I just want to validate that today.
So, of course, she left her man, and now she's trauma bonded, so she wants to keep talking with the guy. What a nice coincidence that is. I swear, man, the word trauma has been so overused, where now it means, oh, my husband asked me to make him a sandwich, and I was traumatized because patriarchy and serving men and blah, blah, blah. I have PTSD. I have PTSD for putting mayonnaise and mustard on bread. I swear, bro, modern women have just completely commandeered that word. Trauma used to be getting back from war and trying to get over the horrors that you saw over there. But now it's, oh, I got ghosted. He stopped talking to me. I'm traumatized. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, my God.
So today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
36 years old.
Yikes.
And in the last year, so many things have happened in my life. And I wanted to take the time today to talk about what those things were and what I've learned. I've learned that I'm a strong ass bitch. That's for sure.
Congratulations.
You know, if you had asked me after I separated from my husband about 21 months ago, if you had asked me like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks after that happened, if I would ever be okay again, I would have told you point blank, no, I'll never be okay again. The truth is, I'm okay. I'm more than okay. And I'm so much better than I was with him. I learned that I'm lovable, that people love me. People want to be around me. People want to hear what I have to say. People respect me. That a lot of the things that my ex-husband said to me about myself were projections of the way he felt about himself. And it never had anything to do with me. I solo backpacked through Southeast Asia by my damn self last year.
Red flag.
And what I learned there is that I can do things by myself. I don't need a partner. I don't need a man.
Congratulations.
I decided today would be a fun day to tell you guys about a date that I went on 2 summers ago, with a guy that I met on Facebook dating.
Okay.
Which, number one, don't do that. Facebook dating is like the weirdest dating app of all time ever. But anyway, I met this guy on Facebook dating. He was quite a bit younger than me, very hot, of course. And we exchanged numbers and we started FaceTiming.
He's the Chad.
The FaceTimes were good. I thought he was attractive. He looked like his photos, thank God. And we chatted, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 8 times over FaceTime before we decided to meet. So one night I'm out with my cousins in Denver and he tells me he's out at a club with his friends. It's his birthday. They've got bottle service, blah, blah, blah. So I decide to meet him for the first time, which, like, in hindsight was not the best environment in which to meet a date off of an app for the first time. Duh. Hindsight's 2020. So anyway, I meet this guy at the club. We hang out for a little bit. He's kind of drunk. We end up going home together. He comes over to my house because I'm sober and driving. And the next day he's going to a water park near my house, which that'll just tell you that he was maybe a little bit too young for me.
Oh boy.
Anyway, he comes over. We get ready for bed. We go to bed and we hook up. And then at some point after that, I get up and I get like a glass of water or something. So I'm not in my bedroom at that moment. I walk back into my bedroom and this man is on the phone. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, probably. And he has the phone up to his ear and very clearly is like trying to turn the volume down, but I can very obviously hear that it's a girl on the other line. And he's kind of giving her like one-word answers, but he's like fully on the phone with her. You know, it's not like he like hung up as soon as I walked in the room. He is on a phone call with this woman.
Of course, this is how it goes. Of course. So she ended her toxic marriage to be a side piece for this young Chad. Bro, this is modern dating, bro. This is what it is. My God.
And she found out about me somehow. But just the absolute audacity of taking a phone call from your girlfriend while in another woman's bed after sleeping with her. Like, I can't even fathom. Like, where do men get the audacity?
Bro, it's just the zero accountability. Always. What did you think this guy was? Did you think he was this, like, beta Bob nice guy? He invites you out to a club for the first date. You sleep with him on the first night. And yeah, you think this guy is, like, long-term material. You do not know how to select men. This is a skill issue. More people should talk about the first new relationship after exiting a toxic relationship. The absolute overwhelming anxiety you develop when he doesn't text you back right away. The abandonment and rejection you feel when he cancels plans. The constant need for reassurance from him. And the eventual realization that you need someone who's going to handhold you for a while until you feel safe again. And he's just not capable of being that person. So here comes the pain, there are the tears, there's the breakdown. The inevitable breakdown. Bro, I can predict the future. I can predict the future. Not trying to flex, but I can predict the future. Cool. So why am I able to predict the future? Because when you understand this type of information, when you understand the societal problems, things that are going on in society, you understand female nature and how our society affects female nature, you can predict the future. You really can. You can see through the code in the Matrix. Now she is being used as target practice for all men who need to relieve stress. Yep. That's the way it is, dude. Yikes. I'm 100% certain that her ex-husband is doing better and thriving since he untangled himself from this crazy sociopath. Okay, I don't know if I'd go that far. Here's the thing, man. We don't have all the details for this whole thing, but I just know every single time, every single woman apparently has a toxic ex. All of them. And they use these words like he was toxic, he was controlling, but they never actually explain what happened in the relationship. And I want to make it super clear. There are bad people that you can potentially be in relationships with. 100% there are. And I'm not saying that this guy doesn't deserve criticism because we don't have the details. We don't know what actually happened, all right? But this is the thing that so many women do after relationships. They use these nebulous, ambiguous terms and they just throw them around to make the guy look as horrible as possible. And again, this guy could be horrible, but we don't know. She went from married with a husband to talking to herself on her smartphone. Not just doing that, but she's crying and posting it on social media. It's even worse than that comment makes it out to be. Oh boy, bro. And the thing is, this is the future for a lot of modern women. That sounds like super like dystopian, bleak and dark, but this is exactly where so many women are headed. This exact situation. It's a big ol' yikes, bro. But that was a very interesting one. So be sure to leave your comments below. Now let's get on with the show.
The problem with being a girl and having dry humor is that any single man is just gonna think that you're serious every time. They're gonna think you're serious every time and they're gonna be like, so every time I'm around a man that clearly can't catch sarcasm, I have to like put a little bit more emphasis on my jokes. Or I don't, because I don't want to satisfy them. But
okay, so was that an example of her dry humor at the end? Is that what it was? Yeah, I don't want to satisfy men. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I swear, when women say that, you know, men can't take a joke or something like that, it almost always just means that she's being rude. That's what it is. Like, maybe your jokes aren't very good. You ever think about that?